This is for President, Law Test College 2024. And I'm Candidate Leon Mercer Jr. talking to you live from my radio station. And this is the University of Texas, Bates College of Law, PhD, Intelligence, National Security, Right to Protection, Government Computer Lawyer Issue Management. And my president's campaign, I'm going to be doing my issues and completing and working on a PhD in law at the University of Texas, doing a presidential campaign for the United States government as a soldier in the United States Army, and the United States Army doing a presidential campaign, 2020 presidential campaign for the U.S. government. And it's at Bates College of Law, the University of Texas. But I'm not in the University of Texas building. Might not be there much, but I should be there some, because this is a president's campaign that's a front porch presidential campaign, which means that I'll be doing my campaign locally, not so much as advertising heavily or consistently in all 50 states. It's more or less like campaigning just in Houston and campaigning locally, but it's a full presidential campaign. And the other presidential candidate previously who completed a front porch campaign was former President Jimmy Carter. It's one of his campaigns. He did a front porch presidential campaign. So now I'm doing a front porch presidential campaign. University of Texas, Bates College of Law, PhD. This is intelligence, national security, and national security law, protection law, government computer. This is a government computer. We're doing this presidential campaign for lawyer issue management. So I'm a lawyer, and this is going to be, I made a computer that's a lawyer. There's a lot of technology in my presidential campaign. So this is going to be resolving the issues of the United States, the issue in the United States of America. The United States of America, America's government is experiencing today. So just to get started, I'm going to do some reading from scripts from the internet and how my studying is done. It's kind of like a home base studying University of Texas, but it's the development of my own university, which I did do in order to complete my studies at the University of Texas in the United States Army for the United States government. And you're going to hear me saying United States Army, United States government, University of Texas. This is the government doing a presidential campaign to find out what is wrong with America. Now, that's one of the test questions at the University of Texas, Graduate School of Business, and that's wanting to find out what's wrong with the university, what's wrong with the United States. This here is in ROTC, Army ROTC Academy, College at the University of Texas, Graduate School of Business. This is working on a master's degree and above. So just to see and get experience here with my television station, I'm going to be doing some about different types of get you geared and get us geared toward a right to protection, because we were going to be doing some lawyering, some suing, interpreting and comprehending of the law. But the law is the United States government. I want you to understand now, the laws of the United States government. So we're going to be putting together the history of the United States government so we can take a look at these issues that are before the United States government and the citizens. The things that we're experiencing that have not been resolved by the United States government. And then we get into why they haven't been resolved. We get into the injury that's being caused to the citizens. Why? Because the issues have not been resolved. And I do have the authority to do this. I'm a candidate for the states. I'm registered. And I'm on the list as a candidate for President of the United States, so you can check with the Federal Election Commission. And not only that, I'm with the governor of Texas. And I have another radio television station, which is my website is right below here on the script that I have on the TV screen here. You can go there and you can see my other television station. Trying to get going. This is something local and something small to start campaigning, doing a campaign, because it's something that's very vital and it's a good presidential campaign. It's supposed to be a winning presidential campaign. This campaign is to resolve and solve the problems of the United States of America. So we're here to solve all the problems of the United States of America. That includes the COVID-19. We can resolve and solve problems of the United States of America. So that's why I'm campaigning it now with the right to protection. And with these fires that are going on and all these storms and tornadoes, that's why I'm doing a computer lawyer. I've developed a computer lawyer. It's technology. So this is going to be more of a technology presidential campaign. It's technology, methodology, cryptology, presidential campaign. Army, and this is Army policing. This is an Army police college. Federal police and Army police. University of Texas, ROE, and at Camp Bullitt, San Antonio, Texas. And we're out of the United States Congress. You experience the United States doing a presidential campaign, the government seeing and being involved and interacting in a presidential campaign. And this presidential campaign is going to carry on into a criminal investigation of the U.S. government and completing a criminal investigation of the U.S. government. This is intelligence, so you're going to get to understand and know intelligence. And but we should be able to put the government, the citizens at ease about what's happening in the United States of America. Because this is intelligence, and intelligence has the answer. It has all of the answers. So I'll read you a little something about protection. Right to protection. The meaning of the right to protection. So you can get an idea about what's happening. So you get information through your mind. And as it fills through your mind, you can see if you're being victimized, or if you're being incriminated, or if you're just injured. So we go from starting out. It says understanding children's right to protection, and it says right to protection under children's right to protection. The period of children, the period is a phase in which the human being is more vulnerable because they have not finished developing physically or mentally. Furthermore, the child requires a particular attention and protection. That's understanding child's right to protection. There's a whole history to this statement. and whole history to uh, my reading there. These are going to be scripts. It's information printed off the internet, and this information carries on. It can go into a lawsuit. It's something that's either going to help you, it will help you, and that's the goal of the United States government. Listening to information, and the information being right, and listening to information, and the information helping you, uh, helping your intellect. Next is protection, is protected rights definition. Protected rights means the funds attributed to you or an ex-spouse contracting out of the state second pensions as defined by WFP legislation. For warrant based on one documents, warrant removed of advertising. Protected rights means those rights referred to in Section 10 of the Pension Schemes Act sample warrant. See how you hear how I read that, what was here for me to read. That's how law is written, and that's how the books in the United States government and information is being written. So that's something we have to deal with. That's education in the United States of America. Sometimes it's understandable, sometimes it's not understandable. So the government is experiencing difficulties with understanding things that are written. There are two ways to communicate. One's written, and the other way of communicating is talking. So I'm talking to you in communications. You're going to find out later on that communications is a big part of my present campaign. This is communications because I'm in an Army unit here in Houston, Texas, 136, and they're out there on Westheimer. And I've been in this unit ever since 1990. Been in this in intelligence ever since 1992. So I'm now doing a presidential campaign, developing it as a master's and doctorate degree in the U.S. Army Military Intelligence Academy, Camp Bully, San Antonio. And from there, I was beaded, which is a bead that I was allowed to help other people. Other people ask for help. So I'm here to help. This is a presidential campaign. I'll be doing help. The United States government will be helping the citizens of the United States of America and can help the citizens of the United States of America. So I also have here University of Texas, Bates College of Law, PhD, Intelligence and National Security. Another thing to stop us that could interfere with a good president's campaign is something to do with national security. So we'll have to eliminate all of the wrongs or interferences with national security to make sure we have a presidential campaign. So you're going to need to experience intelligence in the United States of America doing a presidential campaign. We're going to be eliminating controversies, eliminating detrimental things. This presidential campaign is dealing with the wars, drug war, crime war. I see on the presidential on the issue we have 50 years of war and peace. It's going to be dealing with the 50 years of war and peace. So dealing with, I mean, resolving, selling, stopping, and completing what needs to be done. So the United States of America, during a president's campaign, at the end of the president's campaign, everything's done. We will not have to go and start over with those issues. We'll just take the paperwork, the books, the hard copies, fold it up, put it in the file. This is a presidential campaign that's going to be resolving problems and being successful at resolving those problems. So we have the manpower, the technology to complete and resolve those types of problems that the United States government is confronting, that the citizens of the United States government are confronting, and that the United Nations is confronting, and that all other governments in the world are confronting as a problem. Any type of difficulty, any type of illegal experience, and that's why we're working through the University of Texas. So, finalizing my doctorate degree some while back before they started doing research or testing my research, the University of Texas, I developed a college in the name of I Spy Community Military Intelligence, which is my business. So my college is in the name of my business, which in my, I would say, theses and my doctorate degree, in order to solve the problems of the United States of America, solve the problems of the world, I have my recommendation was to solve the problems of the world through a university, which will eliminate controversy, and through a university which is going to have and maintain all the information in the world, and through a university, so they'll know how government is structured. We can prove how the government is structured through a college, and not so much as at the peace table, and not so much as at a forum, but a place where we'll have a demonstration, academic demonstration, and to prove all the intricacies, to prove all of the parts and the constitutions of the government. And that's what Merciful Prayer is doing. That's why the United States government has me doing a presidential campaign. So I continue on here with Equal Protection Clause. So the Equal Protection Clause is part of the first section of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution. The clause, which took effect in 1868, provides, nor shall any state deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Now, sometimes that's difficult. That's why the United States government is doing a presidential campaign. That's something difficult because of evidence, and that's something difficult because of controversy. People want to do something different. People thinking different because of different countries, different laws. And those laws in those countries come from customs and bad habits. And people refuse to give up customs and refuse to give up bad habits. But we do have a world peace to the point now that every country in the world has agreed to world peace because we have a way to solve problems in the world. The way to solve those problems is that's why I'm running for president of the United States, because I have a bid, which means a bid that is followed, that has support evidence, so that I had them to solve. I invented something during my academics at the U.S. Army Military Intelligence Academy and the University of Texas to solve problems. So we're able to solve international government problems. And for that, the international governments agreed to do a peace treaty. So we have the goal set and the plan set to have a crime-free world, crime-free neighbors. Now I'll continue on. It says here that what is protection? What is protection? Protection encompasses all activities aimed at ensuring full respect for the rights of the individual in accordance with human rights law, international humanitarian law, which applies in situations of armed conflict, and refugee law 1. So no matter what happens or what we do, there's always law. But the law, the government has been having problems to support claims or to support conflict, to support complaints, to satisfy the injury done to a person or property, and interpreting a crime. And that's why part of my presidential campaign I have is forensics. I'm going to campaign. I'm campaigning a forensic government. So this forensics will be able to interpret this coronavirus, be able to interpret the second disease that is in the United States. It'll be able to interpret and comprehend any type of disease in the world, any place in the world. So we have this is technology. This is going to be more of a technology presidential campaign. So the presidential campaign is, like I said, is a front porch campaign. And later on, hopefully your interests are going to bring you to the state of Texas. Most is demonstrating and exhibitions, shows, exampling will be done in the state of Texas, Houston, Texas. The thing now is living through and living, not allowing any type of national security detriment. Yeah, that's what we have to now stop national security detriment. Excuse me. And national security detriment, those are things we're going to be testing, which are the things that are violations of the law. And part of this campaign, well, all the campaigns about law. Everything we do is about law, and that's one of the things I did invent. You're going to find out I invented a lot of things. I had to invent it because it wasn't available. If it was available, it needed to be reinterpreted. It needed to be made simple. That's one of the things that the University of Texas required. In my degree, one of the questions was, Simplify America. One of the tests, one of the commands was for me to simplify America. So I had to simplify America. So if it's complicated, we had to simplify it and make it simple. It has to be simple enough so children can understand it. It has to be simple enough so it can be taught. And people will be able to comprehend it, and it'll stay with them a long time mentally. The next thing here is, what is protection? Right, the responsibility to protect. That's where we're looking at, the responsibility to protect. That's where they're having problems with the responsibility to protect. This is it. Attached to Wikipedia. It has a responsibility to protect. R2P or R2P is a global political commitment which was endorsed by all member states of the United Nations at the 2005 World Summit in order to address its 4 key concerns to prevent genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity. So to prevent genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity. So that's what it is, responsibility to protect. So that responsibility is the responsibility of the government. So in the government, we're going to be talking about, you're talking about your legislators. You're talking about the president. You're talking about, in America, the United States Supreme Court. Now, that's their responsibility. Then you get to the all 50 states. It's the governor, the lieutenant governor, and the state Senate, House of Representatives, and the Congress. Now, those are the people that have the responsibility to protect us. So it's their job to have enough research. And the reason why I'm campaigning and does is to let you know that students develop the protection. I asked for to go to college in the Army for a master's degree. I'm in policing. This is policing. I'm talking about police. That's what this president's campaign is about. Executive police. The only thing is, in order for me to broadcast that, I'm going to have a lot of broadcasting, a lot of broadcast space, because the window screen or TV screen you can only type so much. There are so many characters, so there's so much I can put on a television screen in order for you to see it. And then the television screen at home is only so large. So we're talking about talking at forums where you're going to have a lot of visual aids, and then a lot of repeat, not repeat, but a lot of examples, exhibitions. It's going to take a lot of your time for you to learn about the government's responsibility to protect you. You see, you can determine whether or not you're satisfied with the government's protection. Because with the coronavirus, they're saying this thing is going to happen again. We're going to have uh, repeat information that's not 100% eliminated. Those are my words. But they're saying that, it's going to be, you can just pick up the newspaper and read it. It's thrown into place. But it is, they have some cures, and they're not satisfied with it. We're not satisfied with it. But my program has a cure for the coronavirus. So I'm on television to advertise a black man's success in U.S. Army academics and U.S. Army medicine, U.S. Army policing. There's going to be state, federal, military policing, city policing, military medicine, military politics. So you see, the responsibility to protect goes to where it will get access your protection. And that protection must protect. So we're having a problem with protection in America today. That's why my president campaign here has right to protection, government computer lawyer issue management. So those are the issues that are out there. We have to manage those issues. I have a computer lawyer. There's so much in a law case, and that to the point that it has to be managed by a computer. So I made a computer to manage my law cases. If you have hard copy, you can have notes, and they can be lost or get lost, become lost. A lot of it is a lot to read. A lot of, if you have your pictures, analysis, some of those things are going to be there because it's so broad. And then again, you have to become an expert at being a lawyer. So that's why I have government computer lawyer. This lawyer computer is going to be branded United States government. And that computer is a lawyer, so it'll be a branded United States government lawyer. It's going to solve issues. You can feed the issues to the computer, and it'll give you the answers. That's something I've developed. You can feed a lawsuit to a computer, and it'll give you the answers. You can feed a crime to the computer. You can type it in. You can copy it in. You can. The only way you do it is copy it, or type it. So, and copy that means by using light and electronics and things of that nature. Because it's either going to be copying from the crime scene, or it's going to be copying from notes or some type of other information from the crime scene. So we're into crime solving, and this is crime solving, and it's really good. It's successful, and we're going to be doing a presidential campaign in Texas, and the presidential campaign is going to be a front porch campaign. It's going to be through academics, through colleges, and the government. Not so much as I'm going to be running around, or moving around, or interacting so much as trying to stand in the streets. The government's supposed to be bringing the money for it. Academic program, I had to make the money. As a college, and when you go to college, you have to pay for your own education. So I had to pay for my own education. So in order to make a computer to solve problems in the government, takes some money. They don't give you, well, I won't say they don't give you a penny. They to begin, the government allowed lines of credit. Then I had to pay it back almost instantly. So, and then I'm on my own. The rest of it is I develop it with my money, and I had to make money. I had to make this government so the government can make money. So money is a big issue here, a resolved issue. And then having an economy is another part. This president's campaign is really an economy. So you'll get to learn about the American economy. Now, I just wanted to talk a little bit, starting off my campaign. I want to see what this looks like. If it's going to go to the internet, and the governor of Texas, Governor Abbott, wanted to see what it looks like. Because I'm not starting this out with a perfected type of television program. This is an internet program instead of a regular television show. So I'm going to call it close for today, and hopefully I can see what this looks like. If it looks like to restructure whatever, I don't know yet. So let's see what it looks like. If it looks this good, then I'm going to leave it like that, and we're just going to talk and start building a president's campaign so we can get the public, we can reconcile what's going on in the public, and the citizen to know that the right to protection, we can prove their right that the government employees are protecting, working to protect the citizens of the United States of America through a presidential campaign. It's Merciful President, and it's Merciful President Lie Test College. This is a lie test college. I didn't get to say that in the beginning, but this is a college where you go and they hook you up to a lie test to make sure you don't lie, make sure you don't steal, make sure you don't cheat on your test. So this is pure. This is me. No matter what it is, this is my president's campaign. This is my development, and the government can prove it. So, Mr. President, signing off.